Welcome to HamptonRoadsBusinessLive.com. I'm Charlie Glaze, and today I'm talking with Rory Graham. He is the founder and president, whatever else you are, with AVS Marketing Solutions. You're the head cheese, big cheese, right?
Chief cook and bottle washer.
Okay, tell us about AVS Marketing Solutions, Rory. What's that all about?
All right. Well, AVS Marketing Solutions is a spin-off division from Allied Video Services. Allied Video is 29 years old this year, and it is a video production company, but over the years we have, because of the nature of the business, we have become involved in a number of other services. Some of these services are website design, website optimization for search engines to be able to find you, reputation management, and other marketing areas, because as we were developing videos, we would be tasked with developing concepts and sort of like a mini ad agency. We would develop the logos, we would develop taglines, slogans, copy and things for companies. So because of that, we were involved with companies using us as sort of like an ad agency, and they would come to us with problems, marketing problems. And one of them, for instance, would be, I want to put a video on my website. Well, we could produce the video, but then they wanted help putting it on the site. So we got into working with them to put it on the site. Then that led into web design, which then led into, well, now that I got this great site, how do I get anybody to see it? And search engine optimization was the answer to that.
I want to get into all of that, but
right.
I guess in a way it was a natural progression. But
yeah, it was.
You know, in the older days, you know, before the internet, I guess we'd say are the olden days. You think, well, you know, you go to an ad agency, you get some concepts, you get some branding, you get some copywriting done, and then we go to Rory Graham at Allied Video Services and get a video made. But if someone comes to you first, and you see a need for the branding, the marketing, the website development, it all interrelates. So if you fragment it by third-partying everything else out, you don't get the branding that a client may want.
Well,
so is that what you saw as the need from branching off of video?
In some ways, sometimes that's actually true. And what we found is that there's 4 areas that every business needs to address and keep an eye on. Now, some of them they're doing a great job, others they're not doing so hot.
Now, is this something you saw from a video point of view at first, but as you got into marketing, you discovered these, as you call them, the 4 R's?
Well, this is something that over the years I noticed that this was happening with every business, including mine.
Okay.
So I think the 4 R's basically are reputation, which is extremely important, and we can talk about that a little more later. The other one is reach, which is how are you reaching your prospects? Is it TV or radio, direct mail, the internet, local marketing, direct mail, or what?
Right.
And that can involve search engine optimization to help you reach the audience through your website or online efforts. The third one is resell, which is reactivation of old clients and retaining and cultivating new clients. It's things that you can do with your existing clients. Like if you go to McDonald's, you know they're going to ask you if you want to upsize that. And that is upsizing your order, or what do they call it? I get them all confused, biggie fries or whatever it is, but they all ask you, do you want to supersize that, you know, or whatever, and it's a way to upsell the client that you already have, and of course they all have campaigns to get you to come back, to recultivate clients they had before. So they have retention programs and they have reactivation programs, and that's something we can help with. And the last thing is referrals, which a lot of companies fail to even ask customers for a referral. And that is a great source of new business.
Yeah.
Because if you got a satisfied client, why not? You know,
Right.
it could be a great revenue source.
Things that clients that you have may tend to overlook. Briefly, what are the, again, 4 R's?
Their reputation. You're testing me, Charlie.
Yes, I am. What are these? I wanna know.
Reputation, reach, resell, and referral. And all 4 of those, every company needs to take a look at and measure. How are they doing with that? And so I find that some companies are doing a great job on 3 of them and dropping the ball on the 4th.
Which may be the most important one.
It could be. And others are, have problems with a few of them. But until we talk to a customer, we really don't know what their situation is, and everybody's different. There's no one size fits all.
Yeah, I just got a branding idea for you.
Oh, great. Good.
Call AVS Marketing Solutions and rev up your business with the 4 R's. Write it down. I think it's going to go somewhere. Then again, maybe not.
Maybe not.
But let's
It's
talk.
like Tony the Tiger saying, it's great. Okay.
Similar. I'm thinking about the need for a website. I guess everybody knows that traditional advertising has changed so much. You don't just buy a newspaper ad, you do a radio, a TV commercial, and that's it. And you maybe change those every 6 months. Oh no, you need a website, and that's not a maybe anymore.
No, it really isn't.
Is that what you found when people came to Allied Video Services and they needed more reach with other things like a website?
Well, a website is very important, and what we found is that not all websites are the same. And when we started doing website design many years ago, we started with traditional website design, which was very complicated, expensive software.
You had to buy a hosting service.
High learning curve, and the customer would have to come back to us for any change that we wanted to do.
That could get tedious if they came back to you for everything,
well,
and they had to be charged for that.
Yeah, they would be charged for that, and what happened was they would tend to put off changes.
Right.
What we have found is that our customers wanted a better solution, and we recommend content management sites. And a content management site is a site that we design, custom designed for you, and you can take that site and you can show the client how they can add text, add pictures, add video, add blog posts.
I see.
And I tell them if they can write an email, then they can work on the site.
So you get them started with it, though, that you get the template going for them and the
Well,
design.
we design the whole thing for them, and then we teach them how to use
Right.
it. And we teach them this in a couple of hours.
So they have control.
Yes, they have control, and they can't blow the site up. They can't hurt it. I mean, we give them editor rights, not admin rights, because we don't want them to destroy it. But the idea is that they can make changes, which is important from an SEO standpoint. It's important for their clients coming back to the site to see fresh content. And it allows them to put that sale on they want to do, or that new ad, or maybe a feature news piece, or a blog post.
They have control over all of that.
Right, they have control over it. And we also design sites that are user-friendly, easy to navigate, because people going online are very impatient. They need to get where they're going in 3 clicks. And if if they can't find what they're looking for, it's next. They just don't spend a whole lot of time giving you a lot of leeway there. So there are things that we do when we design the site to have information above the fold, and which means so they don't have to scroll. The main key points are there, the easy navigation, easy to update. These are things our clients really like. And then if they run into trouble, they just pick up the phone and we can jump online with them and help them through it, because there's no software involved.
Yeah, they're set up. But from a business point of view, I know a lot of small business people think, yeah, but what about the hosting of the site and the extra costs for this and that? Do you handle the hosting as well?
We can
Is it
handle
a package deal that you offer?
Yeah, we have packages that feature the hosting too. We have our own server.
Your own server, okay.
So yeah, we host our server is hosted in Houston. It's a server, a huge server farm that is called The Planet, and it's one of the biggest in the country. And that's where ours is hosted, and it's maintained and backed up and all. So,
but if someone has GoDaddy or something, that's not a limitation.
No, that's not a limitation. We can work with that too.
Whatever way they want to.
So if that's what they want to do, then we can do that too. But a website is a good starting point. It is important. The next thing I would say about a website is that you have to get it seen. You can have the greatest website in the world, but if no one knows it's there, then you and your wife can look at it, or your friends.
You know where it is, right?
But yeah, you all know where it is, but no one else does.
Yeah.
So that's where search engine optimization can help, because 93% of all searches begin and end on the front page.
Yeah, someone watching may say, yeah, well, I got a website, and the people in the market know my name and the name of the company, so I think that's all I need. But tell us about the importance of SEO, search engine optimization.
Well, if they do know your name and they're going to think of your name,
right,
and they're going to search by your name, then that is all you need.
Okay.
I mean, as far as that would get you there, because when they search your name, you're going to come up. I have people say, well, when I search my name, I'm number one. Well, of course you're number one. You search your name. Who else is going to be there? But
that's a blind spot in a lot of people's thinking.
But if you search a category, like hardware store, Virginia Beach, or something like that, and you come up and you got 280,000 competitors, competing posts, and you're back on page 20.
Yeah.
Well, no one's going to go to page 20 looking for you. That's where you need to be up front.
Yeah.
And so,
and like you, we've talked about this before. We both had this discussion about paying for services to help with that, and sometimes they're effective, sometimes they're not, and they're costly. So people are thinking, yeah, I still don't like to think about the search engine optimization, but what can you do to help in that regard, to take out the overwhelming factor with many businesses?
There's three places you can get seen on the front page, and I know business owners are just tired of hearing people, I'll get you on the front page of Google.
Right,
I know,
you
you
hear
get
it all the time.
bombarded by
Cards
that.
in the mail and everything else.
Yeah, I know. And if they've tried them, a lot of business owners know that they've tried some traditional SEO companies, and they have been less than thrilled with the results, because it's slow and it's mysterious. You don't know what's going on. You can't see anything happening. Nothing's moving. Nothing changed. You don't know. It's a very hard thing to see the way traditional stuff was being done, and
they have to be on top of what Google is doing all the time, because that's the
mothership
of
well,
everything.
certainly any SEO company does. So when I experienced SEO from a client point of view, that was my frustration, is I didn't see anything going on, and I didn't know what they were doing,
right,
and that sort of stuff. So and it was basically on-page optimization. Which needs to be done and is effective, it can be effective somewhat, but you need off-page optimization as well. And if you want faster results, you need off-page optimization.
Now, what is that?
That means you need to be proactive. You need to be putting out
keywords.
Press releases, blog posts, articles. You need to create backlinks. You have to create a buzz online about your product, and it steers people to the website. And Google looks at all this buzz and then elevates you.
Yeah,
and because they see all this buzz going on about you. That's off-page optimization, and you have to do it by Google's rules. And what Google, and when I say Google, I'm kind of referring to all of them, but Google's the 800-pound gorilla. You satisfy Google, you satisfy the rest of them.
And you say you have to do it, but I mean, you consult with this. You help people do create the buzz.
Right. Well, I'm saying that an SEO company has to do it. If you do it wrong, you can damage the person's site. They could get sandboxed or whatever if you don't follow the rules. So it's important that you use white hat techniques and that you're doing it, and you follow what Google says you can do. And so that's what we do. But we're able, through our efforts, to see measurable results fairly quickly. Some markets take longer than others. It just depends on how competitive it is. But we discuss that with the client, and they get on stats on where they are and how they're ranking, and they can see the progress. And we do things through video optimization. It might be through backlinking. It may be through press releases, or it depends on what is called for with the account, what we've signed up for, what their keywords require. This can help local accounts. It can also help national accounts. National accounts are a bit harder because you're dealing with the entire country. So, you're dealing with all the big boys that are playing in that, like Amazon and all these people too. So, and I tell clients that, the only way to get on that front page is to knock somebody off. That's the only way you're going to do it. And so if you type in your category, you know what your category is. So type in that category and a city, and then look at the top of the page, and Google will tell you how many competitors you have. Usually it's in the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or millions of results that come up. And you have to compete with that.
Yeah. That's where people get overwhelmed.
That's where they can get overwhelmed, or or on the other hand, they say, well, I just want to be on the front page. Well, yeah, everybody wants to be on the front page.
Right.
So you need to kind of realize that it's a competition that is not by luck. It's by design. All of those people on the front page did not get there by luck. They worked at it. They spent money to get there, and they want to hold on to it, and they're going to fight to knock you off if you knock them off. So you've got to realize that that's part of business now. That is the frontier where people are being seen. And you can do it through organic SEO, which is search engine optimization, where you're in what they call the Google list. You're in a list of companies on the front page under the paid ads. Or you can use pay-per-click, which is the paid ads, or which has its pros and cons. Or you can be in the local marketing, which is Google Plus. Well, it used to be Google Places. And that is where they list 7 sites, but only 7. So if you're not in the heavenly 7, you don't make the list. And if you're not in the top 10, you don't make the organic. And if you didn't pay for Google ads, you're not in the paid. So every which way you go, if you want to be on that front page, you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to spend some money to get there and have a strategy to get there.
And that's what we help people do that. Yeah, yes. Okay, well that's good. How do people integrate their video needs with other things that you may recommend through AVS Marketing Solutions? As far as, do you do a full-blown ad campaign for people as an advertising agency? Is that?
Well, we can, and we have. We have done full-blown ad campaigns and the TV broadcast ads.
All media.
And we also do. We've done telephone.
Message on hold.
Message on hold. We've done, you name it, we've done it over the years. And if someone needs something placed, we work with all the channels, TV channels, and we also have placed things ourselves. So, and we've worked with ad agencies. So we're very accommodating. I'm not, we try to look out for the client, best return on investment for them, whatever will get the job done. And so we work with other companies if that's what's required. But we have a lot to offer in the services that we can do.
So you're perfectly open if someone has an established relationship with another maybe production company, or an ad agency, and you can interrelate ideas, branding, concepts.
We can do whatever they'd like us to do.
But you write copy.
That's my second favorite thing to do. Editing is my first, writing copy and all is the second. So
video editing. Yeah,
I love video editing.
Now, one thing I've known you for over the years is, and we've had this experience, that someone will have an idea for a video. They come through the doorway of the Allied Video Services, or they may come through AVS, but they have an idea and they have all of these concepts, maybe a 40-minute video and maybe a series of radio and TV commercials. You have a way of distilling and really helping budget-wise to help a client get the actual point of the spear to what needs to be done in the marketplace. I see that as one of the things that you're able to do. And again, most people, when they think of marketing, it is an overwhelming thing. Do you see that as one of your specialties as well?
Well, sometimes that happens. Actually happens quite a bit.
Yeah.
Is that when people come to us, they have an idea. I want to do a video,
right?
And I want it to do this, and they have no idea how or whatever. But a lot of times they will just dump information, because we'll ask a lot of questions. But they'll dump information about what they want covered in the video. And a lot of times this is information that they really don't need to share with the client, because the client could care less.
And they don't see that.
So well, until you point it out,
yeah.
and then they go, oh, yeah, I guess they don't care. And because they're too close to it sometimes. But then again, they know their product, and they can tell you the hot buttons for the client. They can tell you what the selling points are. They can tell you what the pain points are, because they know their client, and we know they know their client better than we do. So we have a consultation, and I think it's important through anything, no matter which area of marketing we're doing, that we're on the same page with the client from the very beginning. Because in the end, I want them to be extremely pleased with the outcome. I want to exceed their expectations. And I don't want them to go, oh, gee, I thought it was going to look like something else. You know, I want to be on the same page. And if you do that, then you're going to have a much better relationship. You're going to have a continued relationship for years, and you're going to be able to work together very easily, because you'll know each other. You'll know what they want. You'll become. I have many clients that we do that with. I mean, I can just take a project and run with it, because they know me and I know them, and I know what they're expecting and what they want, and what their style is. So you learn that kind of thing. But I think the bottom line is the product has to work, and it has to be effective for them, and they need they have a certain expectation going into the project, and you need to make sure that's realistic, and then you make sure that you perform that and do it on budget. And that's the other thing, is I'm not a fan of going over budget. I know my clients aren't a fan of me going over budget.
Right.
And the only time we do go over is if they've added additional things along the way that they wanted us to add. They want a helicopter shot or something like that. Well, that's going to cost. But they know that when they go to add it. So I like to come in on budget, and we get all that ahead of time, straightened out ahead of that time. That's part of the expectation.
With regards to video, are people aware that not only can videos be used for like training purposes, safety videos and things like that, but they can also implement that on websites? That's more and more common. You can help with all of that as well, correct?
Yeah, we do website videos, we do testimonial videos, and office tours, and you name it. You can do office promos or sales promos. All sorts of stuff nowadays are being showcased on the web. We design YouTube channels for them, custom YouTube channels. I have someone here that does a fantastic job doing that. And that's very popular, because when we create the videos, we have to have a place to put them. Now, you can just stick them up on our YouTube channel, but the customer really likes it if you can put it on their YouTube channel.
Yeah, can you go into that for a minute?
Okay.
What is the advantage of someone, say, with a car dealer or a restaurant, and just name a category, and how could a YouTube channel that you can help them devise help?
Okay, let's say that we have a plastic surgeon, and he has a video, and the video's on his website. Well, if they click the YouTube symbol on the website, then they go to the video, and it's playing on their YouTube channel. Well, right on that channel is 50 more videos about his services and other things he offers, and before and afters and all this kind of stuff. So they're right there with all this other things about
testimonials
him.
Even, right?
Yeah, testimonials and everything. So it's right on his channel. So he has his own channel. So that would be a good reason to have one. A car dealership is another. You have a used car and you've done a video about it, and they click on the used car, and the next thing they're on that used cars YouTube channel, and they've got 200 used cars there.
Yeah. And you could set them up with that, and then they could video themselves.
They could and upload their own thing if they want to.
But once you get them started, or they could have you really spiff up a video for them and add that to their channel.
And how you put it on, and what you do to it, and how you promote it, and everything depends. designate how high in YouTube's rankings it goes.
I see.
So, but they certainly can access their YouTube channel, upload videos to the YouTube channel. They can do whatever they want. It's their channel.
But
and it's free. That part's free there.
And it comes back to your consultation with AVS Marketing Services about how to best do that, make sure everything is interrelated and the branding is consistent.
Well, we work with them in whatever area that they would like us to, and we identify the areas that we can make suggestions, and then they can take it from there, whichever one that they want to work with us on. They don't have to do everything at once. I mean, we work with one thing and then move forward with something else. But I think the bottom line, I think, is the bottom line. They have a budget, and they will need to do things that will give them a return on investment quickly. And then they can take that return on investment and invest it in some other stuff that's infrastructure or stuff for a longer haul. And these are all things they have to decide. I mean, it's their business, and they have to, you know, that's something that can be worked on in stages.
But it evolves, and you know
yeah, and
the
they're
basics
all, everybody's
work.
different.
And if you'd review the 4 R's again and tell us anything else you want people to know about AVS Marketing Solutions.
Okay, well, the 4 R's start with reputation, and reputation is changing drastically since Google bought Zagat, which is a reputation company, and they're now putting your score and the number of reviews and all right on your search results. So that's front and center now for everybody to see. And that's going to become even more important as time goes by.
Okay.
But reviews are incredibly important because customers use them like crazy. They are very. I mean, if you've been to if you shop, you've probably used reviews, and I know I do all the time. Amazon is a good example, but you have Merchant Circle and all these other sites, the Yelp and all these. They're all review sites.
And they're hard to ignore now. I mean,
oh yeah, they're everywhere. And the reason they're everywhere is because people are using them. And when that score is coming up right in your search results, that can influence the person. So when they Google an area and they see that your competition has 10 good reviews and you have 2, or even worse, have 1 bad one or something, you have just become, you're playing second fiddle right there. Because the person is going to want to share a positive experience, and they're going to go with the one with 10. And so it's just test after test, survey after survey has proven that. And a good stat that's just amazing to me was that 72%, and Nielsen says that 72% of people regard online reviews as credible as a personal recommendation.
Wow.
And so you know, I think back on that, and when I've reviewed something, whether it's Amazon or some other place, I've looked at the reviews. And sometimes, I mean, I bet all of us have done this. They go to a restaurant or something, and you look up, and you've got 3 bad reviews. You go next. I mean,
yeah,
you know,
same with hotels.
You know, hotels or whatever. It's like, I do not want to repeat a bad experience. It's just human nature, and it's just smart. And today you can do that. Well, the other side of that is that as a company, you are vulnerable to people posting a bad review. And, you know, there's someone in every crowd. You can't please everybody. If that happens, then the 2 things you can do is, one is you can ask them to remove it. You can try to make it right with them. Number 2 is you can add positive reviews, or have so many positive reviews already there that 1 negative review isn't going to make a hill of it.
Gets lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, it gets lost in it. And that is what we work with our clients to do. Develop a program to cultivate reviews. Be proactive. Don't wait till something happens. You can't, Google is not going to remove it. I don't care whether it's true or not. So you need to be proactive. And that's something that's becoming more and more a part of what businesses have to contend with the internet. I mean, there's good and there's bad, you know.
Okay, that's 1 R. Reputation.
Well, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, we're not. The rest of them are very quick. The other one is reach, which is the SEO, the website, the you know, video,
all critical,
all creative stuff to get your name out there. And then there's resell, and which is you know, keeping existing clients happy and cultivating the old ones. I mean, you could have been a dentist and someone came in for a cavity a year ago and never came back. Well, you can send them a postcard, or you can to get something. And we've all gotten those in the mail, and that's what they're doing. They're trying to say, hey, we like you. Come on back. We miss you. And so there's campaigns for that, and the last one is referral. So between those four things, we can help companies. We work with companies to see what they need, and we find wherever we can fit in and be of help to them. But
yeah, the 4 R's, that they are 4 critical benchmarks to measure
for any
your
business.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Rev up your business with the 4 R's.
You like that, huh?
I do like that. I think you should use it. But Rory, I'd like to thank you for letting us know about AVS Marketing Solutions.
Okay.
Tied in, of course, with the mother company, Allied Video Services.
Right.
And thank you so much. And thank you for watching Hampton Roads BusinessLive.com. And again, we thank Rory Graham.
Thank you, Charlie.